Strawberry growing has always been a mixture of producing a very healthy and tasty fruit, and rising to the challenge of growing them big, disease-free, and over as long a season as possible. Way back to teenage years, the normal grower season coincided with the school summer holidays, as we were the pickers, together with local folk from towns and villages. So the main picking was in early July. Growers had not yet discovered polythene tunnels. Copyright Strawberry El Santa. In May, my horticultural career took me south to a farm in West Sussex in the late 60s, where I first saw fields protected with low tunnels growing red gauntlet ready for picking in early June. However, botrytis was a problem with most varieties at that time, so the crop got 3 sprays of fungicide plus a contact and residual weed killer before the straw was run up the rows. Crops were still picked by our farm team of ladies from the village, plus local gypsies and many Londoners looking for some work in the sun with fresh air, good fruit to eat and good money if you worked hard. This was a working holiday for many of them. Today strawberry growing has moved on dramatically. Copyright digging up well-rooted strawberry runners. Almost all the crop is commercially grown under tall tunnels, and new varieties are not prone to botrytis, and as they are container grown there is no need for weed control around the plant. On a garden scale, we now have new varieties appearing every year, so we can try out something different to sort out those that work best for our own locality. The challenge today is to pick the first strawberries well ahead of Wimbledon. With the right early variety such as May grown under a low polythene tunnel, I can get my first berries by the 3rd week in May. To sit outside on the patio on a sunny day for lunch with a plate of fresh strawberries, you know summer has arrived, and it is only going to get better. Copyright Anna sampling the early strawberries. Once you start to pick more than you can eat, there is plenty for jam, compote and freezing. Where would we be without that freezer? It doesn't seem that long ago when I was making 110 jars of jam, strawberry, raspberry and blackcurrant during the berry season to last the next 12 months, provided you stored them somewhere cool. We went through 2 pounds of jam every week, but we needed it as our lifestyle was very active. Culture. I still grow my strawberries in rows 3 feet apart, spacing the plants 6 to 12 inches apart depending on availability of runners. With new varieties, it may be wise to just take 2 seasons fruiting instead of the traditional 3 years, as some are reluctant to produce runners after a couple of years. Copyright cooking strawberry jam. Today weed control is by hand or hoeing, making sure the ground is clear before the straw is placed up the rows just before the first fruits start to show color. Botrytis, red core and mildew are no longer a problem with modern varieties, but slugs, snails and birds just love them, so slug pellets are essential, and netting over the crop should keep the birds at bay. Other early varieties to try include Christine and Honeyoi. Main crop varieties include El Santa, Alice and Apple. Then 2 good late-season strawberries are Florence and Symphony, but to continue the season into September, look for the perpetual varieties like Flamenco. I tried Albion, but bright red berries with a texture like a wee red turnip did not impress me, and Colossus was not at all big, and the plants had plenty of leaves but very few berries. It is getting dug out. Weed jobs to do this week. Tomatoes will continue to ripen for a few days if the sun returns, but once the crop is over and the old plants get cleared out, take the chance of the free space to grow some winter salads. Whether you grew your tomatoes in bags, pots or border, it is a good idea to be well prepared by sowing the salads well in advance, then prick out into cellular trays so they are a decent size for transplanting. Use a variety of winter hardy spring onion, winter hardy lettuce such as Hild or winter density, some radish and mezuna, rocket or mixed salad leaves. Lightly fork over the surface and add some fertilizer, then water plants in after planting.